Hello everyone, welcome. Today I'm going to open 30 random magic cards, share my thoughts on each of them, and discuss how strong they are, at least in my point of perspective. After that, we'll pick one of those cards and try to maybe build a deck around it. The idea is that I can look some things that can help me with mana base online or things like that, but I cannot look for specific decks that already use or revolve around that card. The idea is kind of challenge myself to deck build around that card and try to make it work. If it is legal on Arena and we can use it, then we might also try to create that deck in there and see how it goes. So let's see it. Yeah, that's it. Let's start. So first card is Jace Beleren, 3 mana planeswalker, 1 a blue and a blue. Starts with 3 loyalty, a planeswalker Jace. +2, each player draws a card. Okay, -1, target player draws a card. Okay, and then there is a -10, where target player puts the top 20 cards of his or her library into his or her graveyard. So yeah, it's not great. Like, hardly this is going to stay on the battlefield with so little loyalty. Even if you make both draw, that's really not what you want to do. Even in decks where you want to kind of make your opponent not make your opponent suffer from drawing, but I don't know. Jace Beleren doesn't feel like has been very good. Like, if it draws you 2 cards for 3 mana, then it's still bad. Like, much worse than Divination, right? So yeah, it's pretty bad. I think that maybe I should put it at a, like, I should actually just have something like the real rating that I want to give, like, and then these I can do later. But like, I might give it a 1 in my rating, and that's it. I don't think that this is a pretty good card. Okay, I'm gonna do the same thing as of not using any cards. So this is from Infinity, and those are cards that are really wacky and they're just for fun. Okay, we have from Dominaria United Commander, 4 mana 3/4, 2 a red and a green for a legendary creature, human warrior, Stang, Eco Warrior. I don't know this card. Whenever it attacks, you create Stang Twin, a legendary 3/4 red and green human warrior creature token. Enter stepped and attacking, and for each aura and equipment attached to Stang, you create a token that is a copy of it attached to this Stang Twin. Okay. Sacrifice all tokens created this way at the beginning of the next end step. Okay. So for each aura and equipment, you create a token of it. Red and green are not generally colors that are, I mean, mostly red, not famous for some aura and equipment decks. Generally you see that on white and green. Doubling it up, I don't know, this is very commander, but I don't think that this is really that great. So For me, this is a harder card to rank, but I really don't think that it protects very well, or that it pays off very well. So Stang, Eco Warrior. For me, it's really between, like, I'm gonna say it's a 2.3. I don't know. Just starting these ranks is going to be kind of crazy how things are gonna have to be rethought if I go back. So I'm not gonna be thinking a lot of that. Okay, an enchantment, Tectonic Reformation. When a red, for each land card in your hand has cycling for red, and this enchantment has cycling for 2. So the cycling on itself makes it pretty better, but make your lands cycle. That is good. I mean, when you don't want any more lands, cycle for only 1 red mana, it's good. Helps with some decks that want to be discarding, but it's just like an enabler, like it doesn't do anything else. It's just like really just giving you that ability to do those things, but or doing it by itself. But that's it. Like, I do know that there might be some kind of cards that can really have ways to abuse this. So this would be one that would be, I could learn a lot from trying to make a deck around it. But I don't know. Mostly going back to the card itself, is it good? I don't think it's that great for me. Tectonic Reformation. It might be very good in some kind of deck, but I'm gonna also give it like a 3, something like that. I don't think it does a lot. It just helps you with a little bit of things. I don't know. That's it. I'm gonna give it a 3. Let's go for another card. I'm gonna get some numbers in here, because right now I know where the count is, but when it's going to be at 30, around here. Not gonna do that. Okay. Draconian Gatebot. 5 mana for 2. Flavor text. You must be this tall to ride. You have 10 seconds to comply. Okay. It's an infinity card. I haven't seen that. I'm gonna just hit the next one. Throw Surgeon. Okay, it's from Exodus. I'm gonna... Okay. It's a throw creature. 2 mana 1/1, 1 and a black. And then you can pay 1 and a black and sack it to look at target player's hand. Choose one of those cards. That player discards that card, and you play this as a sorcery. Okay, so we do have a lot of creatures nowadays that are better than these, that like when they enter, your opponent has to exile a card or discard a card, that you look at the hand and make them discard exactly 1 card. I think that Liliana's Steward, some other cards like that, do have that ability, I think, of making you look at your opponent's hand. I might be wrong in here, but anyway, I do think we have better. Yeah, so for 2 mana, don't think that this is pretty great, but it makes its purpose. I think it's it's a fine card. Maybe it's a little bit even. Maybe it enters as slightly below average. Yeah, maybe it enters at slightly below average, I think. Okay, let's do this. Next one, Hearthfire Hobgoblin, 3 mana 2/2 double strike. Okay, all of the 3 mana are Boros hybrids, and that's it. So just a 3 mana 2/2 double strike is also below average, but is it a bad card? I think it is. I think it is worse than Tectonic Reformation, which gives you something exciting to do, but I might be wrong. Okay, what is the name of the creature? I think I'm just gonna give these like a 2.5 or something. I'm not gonna try and look what I have given the others. I'm just gonna be given some gradings. 4 mana 2/2. Okay, so Nesting Dove Hawk is from March of the Machine Commander. 4 mana 2/2 flying bird. At the beginning of combat on your turn, you populate, so you create a token that's a copy of a creature token you control, and then whenever a creature token enters the battlefield under your control, you put a counter on this creature. Okay, so if you have a token, this enters as a 4 mana 3/3 flying, and you copy that token. It's not bad. Like with a lot of tokens, you're doing some things. It's, yeah, it really feels a little bit like a commander card. But is this good or not? 4 mana 3/3 flying is not great. Creating a copy on turn 4, if you're just going for like a tokens deck, you might have a 3/3 token on the battlefield, and then you're making a 3/3 fly-in and a 3/3 on the battlefield, if that's the best case scenario. Or not the best case scenario, but like one of the most probable best case scenarios. I don't know. I feel like the floor of this card is pretty bad, and yeah, I'm just gonna say that it has its own place, but I'm gonna say something like a 3.4 for this. Ancient Silver Dragon. Okay, that's a very pretty dragon. Commander Legends, Battle for Baldur's Gate. Okay, so 8 mana for an Elder Dragon and 8/8 with flying. Whenever it deals combat damage to a player, you roll a d20 and you draw cards equal to the result. You have no maximum hand size for the rest of the game. Okay, so very expensive creature. It needs to connect, and then you roll a d20. You might draw 20 cards. Yeah, worst case, of course, you don't attack. You lose it before you attack or something like that. But generally, you're gonna be making it so that this has haste or something. It needs to be combat damage, yeah, okay. And then you draw those cards. So drawing 20 and having no maximum hand size is good. But at 8 mana, it's like a little bit too pushed. Yeah, it's... I know that this seems great, and maybe in Commander it's okay, but I'm gonna say that this is like a little bit below average, I'm gonna say. in my view. I do not play a lot of Commander, so that's my take. Like, I'm not gonna think a lot, okay, if this is good in Commander, then I'm gonna give it a good rate. It has to be by itself a very good card and something like that. Else, I think it's pretty bad. I think it's pretty slow and doesn't work very well in other formats. Okay, even Rift Watcher, 3 mana 2/3, flying bird rebel soldier creature with flying and vanishing 3. I also don't know this card. Is from Planar Chaos. Okay. Vanishing 3. It enters with 3 time counters. At the beginning of your upkeep, you remove a time counter. When the last is removed, you sacrifice it. Okay. So you get these for 3 turns. It enters with 3 at the beginning of your upkeep. And then you have 2 and 1 and 0. When the last is removed, you sacrifice it. So have these attacking for 2 turns. Okay, when it enters or leaves the battlefield, you gain 2 life. Okay. It's not that great. It's not very good. I didn't know the vanishing ability, and I think the mechanic, and I think I kind of liked what you can do with it, what could be done with it. I don't know if the cards that have vanishing, if there is anyone that is interesting, but probably not. Okay, I'm gonna give these also not a great card. 3 mana 2/3 flying, gains you 4 life. Is really not that great. I'm gonna give these like it doesn't even stay on the battlefield. I don't know, it's like I'm gonna give this a 1. I don't know. Okay, let's hit random again. That's lightning bolt. Yeah, lightning bolt. Wow. Okay. That is probably one of the best cards we have. Lightning bolt deals 3 damage to any target. For 1 mana, dealing 3 is pretty good. And what I love about it is that it is like destroy. It does destroy a lot of creatures, especially early game. A lot of creatures that see a lot of play in older formats, it can kill those. And it's also pretty good if at the point where you, I don't know, let's say that you have these generally to control, but then if you want to be attacking, that is pretty good in an offensive situation. At any kind of aggressive deck, this is also very, very good. Just 1 mana instant, heal 3 to the face is also pretty good. I don't know, there is not much to be said about lightning bolt. I think it's one of the best cards in the game, in my opinion. I don't know, might not be seen like that, but I'm pretty sure it is. Okay, so I don't know that it's between 8 and 10, but where? 8.5. We have some things that are broken. This is kind of not broken. This could be just like, maybe we say that broken is from 9 to 10, and just very good is from 8 to 9. Like very busted, very good card. Let's take the busted from here, and these are broken. So lightning bolt is probably right there. and at 8.8. Something like that. I don't know, it could be placed as broken even, you know? If you put it in some formats, you make them... it really changes the power level of a format, I think. Okay. So wow, I didn't expect to hit that. And then we have Piracy Charm. This is another card from Planar Chaos. Okay. Instant, for 1 mana, choose 1. Target creature gains Island Walk until end of turn, so it can't be blocked if defending player controls an island. It gets +2 a creature gets +2/-1 until end of turn, or a target player discards a card on blue. Wow, that is really interesting. The target player discards a card on a blue card. Planar Chaos, yes. That is what it's supposed to happen. Also, target creature gets +2/-1. That means that it can destroy some creatures, because it's not necessarily your creature. You can really get some other creatures. For 1 mana, I kind of like these, and I think that it would be pretty good if the first wasn't the Island Walk, if it was something like an opt, or like you draw a card, something like that. That is pretty interesting. But still, how do we rate this card? I think that I had never seen this card. It's legal in a lot of formats, and I really liked it. But just making your opponent discard, I mean, it's best if you're on like of a Dimir deck where you can have some creatures attacking and having some kind of advantage or something like that. But mostly it's not that great of a card. So yeah, I would say that I think I copied it already. Okay, I'd say that it is just a fun card, but maybe slightly below average. I don't know. The 1 mana to discard is just something that it's far from any kind of black discard spells, but I don't know, in a deck where you might want some of the others. I still like gaining Island Walk or +2/-1. Like, the thing is, none of the modes are like great. The +2/-1 might be the best even to like destroy some creatures. I don't know, I'm kind of even leaning towards getting this a little bit of a lower rating. But what I'm gonna do is like just get the ones that I find interesting. That is an interesting one. Okay, so Loyal Unicorn, 4 mana, 3/4 vigilance. At the beginning of combat, if you control your commander, prevent all combat damage that would be dealt to creatures you control this turn. Other creatures you control gain vigilance until end of turn. Okay, so this is really just a commander card that if you have a commander, you prevent all damage that would be dealt to creatures you control this turn. So not only combat damage, but all kind of damage. And they have vigilance, so it's like you can attack with a lot less, I mean, without fear. Set up some traps, I don't know. Still, I don't know, 4 mana 3/4. I think that this is pretty good. Of course, there's not. It doesn't protect anything from being destroyed by removal or something like that, but still, having the other creatures gain vigilance, preventing combat damage. Oh, it's all combat damage now that I've read it correctly. So you don't prevent all damage, it's all combat damage. Okay, that is interesting. So it goes in that format, but it's an interesting card. So we gotta rate it inside this context. I know I might be, it may be, I don't know, it may be a little bit controversial, I don't know. Like I said, that I'm not gonna just rate thinking only on one format, but but at the same time, like this, I just can't give it a rating thinking about how it goes in other formats. This is just a Commander card, but in Commander it's quite good. Generally you want this in a Commander where you're going aggressive and all, but yeah, that's it. It's an okay card. As far as Dispersal, maybe that one should even be a little bit above average. I might starting to understand that if I am too critical, nothing will get above 5. I mean, Lightning Bolt, yeah. But I might be a little bit too critical about what I have been rating. So I'm gonna try and be a little bit less, you know, and give these a 5.6. I'm not gonna revise the other ones, that's just gonna be it for now. Okay, Ephara's Dispersal instant costs 2 less to cast if it targets an attacking creature, and it will return target creature to its owner's hand, and so reveal 2. Okay, March of the Machine, and we do have Murders at Karlov Manor Commander Edition as well. So if it is an attacking creature, it's a 1 mana unsummon with Surveil 2. I don't like it, I don't think it's great. Surveil 2 is good, but still, like, if you pay 3 mana for this, it is pretty bad, and then if you pay 1 mana, it's not that great. So I don't know, it's just like 2.1, I think. 2.1. Swindler's Scheme, 3 mana enchantment. I like the artwork in this. Whenever an opponent casts a spell from their hand, you may reveal the top card of your library. If it shares a card type with that spell, counter that spell, and that opponent may cast the revealed card without pay. Okay, wait. If it shares a card type with that spell, counter, and that opponent may cast the revealed card without paying its mana cost. Okay, this is very very interesting. Like, you want some kind of cards that can change the top card of your library. Maybe you want to have access to knowledge about what is in the top of your library as well. That would be good. It's a new Capenna Commander. It does feel like a very commander-esque kind of card. But the bad thing is that your opponent may cast your card instead of theirs. It's you may reveal, so if you know that it's something good on top, you just don't. Even if you could counter what they do, you do something better if yours is better. If you have that information as well, it's very, very, very hard to think about this, but I don't think it's any good. I don't think it's any good, but it is a fun idea. And if I was not thinking about Commander, if I was like thinking about 1v1, like counter spells are nice, because if your opponent goes for an instant and you have an instant counter spell in your top deck, then you counter, and your opponent casting a counter spell on the stack with nothing doesn't mean anything. What else? I think that generally you're going to also want some cards that have more than one type in this kind of deck. But yeah, that is... I don't think that works well, like, by any means. So it's pretty... It needs a lot of setup. The setup cost for these is pretty high, and it is mostly pretty bad. I'm gonna say that this is an interesting card as well, but really hard to even think on how to make it work. 2.4. Yeah, it's a bad card. I'm gonna go for 2.4. It might seem a little bit too much. Let's go. Okay, Sigarda's Aid. 1 mana enchantment. You may cast aura and equipment spells as though they had flash, and whenever an equipment enters, you may attach it to target creature you control. Okay, so yeah, this is very well known in this kind of decks. How would I rate this? I think that this is pretty good. You are like getting a slot where you could have a very good aura or equipment, but just making them have flash is pretty good. Like if you have some kind of protection or anything, or something that can give more toughness to your creature, you might save it, you know. Giving your things flash is great, and making your equipments attach when they enter is pretty good. This is pretty good in its deck. I think it's like a 6, maybe. I'm gonna copy the name exactly, just so that I don't make any mistakes. I don't know, 6.3. I'm gonna say 6.3. I have no idea. Progenitus. Okay, we're hitting that is interesting, because we're hitting a lot of nice cards, famous cards, like well-known, some that are very niche, some that are very odd. It is really a great exercise, but most of all, we're hitting some cards that are in arena right now, and that gives us some ideas. So this might be the card that we try to go for. Let's see. So just before we rate this, let's read. Progenitus is a 10 mana 10/10 where you need to pay 2 blue, 2 white, 2 black, 2 red, and 2 green. Exactly those colors in those quantities. And it's a legendary creature, Hydra Avatar, protection from everything. If it would be put into a graveyard from anywhere, you reveal it, shuffle it into your library instead of making it go to the graveyard. So if you would discard you reveal and shuffle. If it would be destroyed, you I mean, it is already, for example, in the battlefield, so you don't have to reveal it on the battlefield, but still, you shuffle it. And protection from everything means that it can't be the target, it can't be dealt damage by anything or things like that. The bad things: it doesn't have trample. If something says exile all creatures, this is exiled. It just can't be targeted. If everything is destroyed, I think that protection means that it doesn't get destroyed. Yeah. But of course, it's very, very, very hard to put this in the table. You're probably cheating it. And yeah, that's it. So Progen is very, very heavy, but an interesting card. What are you gonna rate this? And if you cheat it and it comes back, then maybe you might be able to cheat it again. So that's good. It's hard to like really get rid of it. What do we do? I think I'm gonna give it more than a 5. I'm settling my head into that, but I really don't want to give it a lot. I don't think it's a great card, and it's very, very expensive. Okay, so it's half of the cards already. I thought it was around 8 cards. Okay, now okay, I was checking if I was recording. Okay, Duskdale Worm, 7 mana, 7/7 trample, and that's it. It's from Eventide. Okay, it's really not great nowadays. Probably wasn't that great back then. Maybe it was, but seems a little bit like a draftable card. It's not a completely bad rate, but today it wouldn't do a lot, and has nothing that happens, has nothing, not even an ability to help it make it a little bit better. Just trample and that's it. So this is pretty bad. I'm gonna say it's not only below average, it is a bad card. It is like a 2.0, a 2.3, a 2. What do we rate this? Like, it's really has nothing more than that. It's almost like a vanilla. It has although the trample. I do think that I gotta rate it in like maybe the garbage slot. I think I gotta rate it inside the garbage slot, like a 1.2 maybe. Is it too little? I think that there are worse garbage than this. Let's say it's a 1.4. Maybe I was too harsh on Jace, and it could be a little bit higher, but that's already given. I'm not going back, at least not today. Okay, Auriok Salvagers, 4 mana 2/4 human soldier, and it has 1 and a white to return an artifact with converted mana cost 1 or less from your graveyard to your hand. Now this is pretty nice, because you have a lot of artifacts with value 1 or less that are good, that can do a lot. And even if you don't like look for them or something like that, which would be very, very good, even if you can put them on the graveyard to later return them with this, it would be good. You pay 2 mana to return them to your hand, and then if you have cast these, then you have the mana to cast them. And you might do these more than once. Also has potential to combo or something like that, like pay 2 mana, get something. Let's say that you get something that costs 0 but gives you mana. You pay part of your part of that cost. I don't know. I really know that this has probably something interesting that can be done. I'm gonna say that it might be like a 6.1, I don't know, like an okay card. You get back your stuff, put them, I don't know. It doesn't have a great body. But yeah, that's it. That's my take on this card. I don't know. Psionic Ritual. 6 mana sorcery with replicate. So you tap an untapped horror you control when you cast this, and you copy it for each time that you paid its replicate cost. It's from Commander Legends Battle for Baldur's Gate, and I went to look at that because I remember replicate, but not without mana cost. Like with this kind of cost, it's very different. Let's see what it does. Exile an instant or sorcery card from a graveyard and copy it. So 6 mana, exile instant or sorcery, and copy it. You may cast the copy without paying its mana cost. And then you exile these, of course. And then you may, if you have horrors, you may do these more than once for 6 mana. So it's not a high setup. It's a good effect. Like generally you're gonna get some 4 mana instant or sorcery, I don't know. You might copy a lot of things. I think that this is okay, you know. It's an okay card, it's fun, maybe, I don't know. Depends on what you're going to put into your graveyard and how. But yeah, that's a fine one. So Psionic Ritual, I'm gonna give this like 5.6 maybe. It's kind of heavy, and that it gotta enter. Okay, we got Joda, the Unifier, very good card. I might need a little bit of water, but I'm gonna take it in a moment. Let's just get these first. So Joda the Unifier, you cast it for 5 mana, Woolborg, so 1 white, 1 blue, 1 black, 1 red, and 1 green. Legendary creature, human wizard. Legendary creatures you control get +X, where X is the number of legendary creatures you control. And whenever you cast a legendary spell from your hand, you exile cards from the top of your library until you exile a legendary non-land card with lesser mana value. You may cast that without paying its mana cost, pay the rest on the bottom of your library. So it's pretty good. It's kind of like you have to build your deck around it, but when you do, it's like you're making one legendary creature or legendary spell, get another one, and making it just grow everything that you have. It's pretty good, pretty aggressive. I do think that Joda is pretty good, yeah. How do we rate this? It's not broken, of course. It's not. It is great, but still, I think that below 8. But maybe we could give this like a 7, 7.3, 7, something around that. So 7.3. I'm gonna give Joda that. I think that by itself it creates a very good value for your deck. That's it. I'm gonna give it that amount. Trusty Machete. I don't know. I'm 1 mana, artifact equipment. Equipped creature gets +2/+1, and you equip for 2. So it's not really great. It's just I don't love equipments, and yeah, equip for 2 for those stats is just like pretty not great. I'm just going to give this like a 2, or it is a bad card. It is kind of garbage even. Yeah, it might be into the garbage zone. Yeah, I'm gonna put it in there. Maybe I'm even giving it a lot. I don't think it's very good nowadays. I don't know. That's it. Let's go for the next one. Undying Rage. So 3 mana aura with an enchanted creature gets +2/+2 and can't block for 3 mana. It's from Salvat 2005. I don't know this set, if it's a set. Time Spiral and all. Okay, when this is put into a graveyard, you return it to its owner's hand. Okay, so it has that kind of cycle. +2/+2 and can't block is not great. 3 mana to give +2/+2 with an aura. I don't know. It's really not great. I don't love this kind of aura. I don't think that this is going to impact much more. So yeah, I'm gonna just put it into the bad zone. Getting it back is okay. 2.5 maybe? I don't know. Maybe it's less than that, but it's around that I'm gonna give it. Okay, Pegasus Refuge. That is pretty artwork. Farm an enchantment, 2, discard a card, and create a 1/1 Pegasus creature with flying. Okay. 4 mana for the enchantment, and then 2 mana, and discard to create a token with flying. I don't think that is good at all. Tempest. Okay, I don't think that's very good. Come on. So this goes for like, I don't know, it's even like a 0.6 in my head. You spend a lot of mana on an enchantment, and then you have to spend a somewhat of mana and discard a card to just create a 1/1, 2 mana 1/1 that you, oh man, I think that actually is a, I don't know. I'm gonna give it a 0.3, I think, or a 0.4. I think that there are very worse cards, but I don't see these being very great. Okay, a land, Cephalid Coliseum. So just to get back, I don't know if I said it, but if it was like a basic land or something like that, it wouldn't count. But a land that has abilities that is not a basic, or just, I don't know, just some duo, I might not, I don't know, maybe I do rate it, I don't know. But anyway, we're gonna rate these, and it's going to enter on our 30 cards. Cephalid Coliseum, land, tap, add a blue to your mana pool and it deals 1 damage to you, okay. And then it has Threshold, where you can pay a blue, tap and sack it. Target player draws 3, then discards 3 cards from his or her hand. So I don't know. It's not a bad card, and depending on your hand size, drawing 3 and then discarding 3 is not bad. The threshold, I don't know how to say it exactly, but it's not that easy to get to. 7 or more cards. I don't know, I'm gonna say that is an okay card. Yeah, it's an okay card. The 1 damage is okay-ish. Maybe I rate this like 6.2. I think that it might be pretty good in some decks. Yeah, that's my take. Okay, Clockwork Drawbridge. It's a 1 mana 0/3 defender that you can pay 3 tap to tap target creature. Mostly this is like drafty, and I do think that Dominaria United might have a defender sub-team on its draft. I think so. I don't remember quite well, but I think so. But even if it wasn't, we're not looking for this card for a draft. 1 mana 03 defender. I don't know. It's not, and even with the tap ability, this is a wall that is not great. Defender creatures are already not very great, generally, and then we have a not so good rate. I'm gonna say that maybe a 2. It was into the bad zone, maybe a little bit worse than the bad zone. I'm gonna say 1.8 for this bridge. Okay, Dark Ascension card, Geralf's Mind Crusher. So it's a zombie horror, 6 mana 5/5 that when it enters, target player mills 5 cards. And it has Undying, so when it dies, if it had no +1/+1 counters, you return it with a +1/+1 counter. So it has the ability to mill 10 cards with those. For 6 mana, it's a lot. And that's what it does, not much more. So yeah, not great. It's not so bad, but it's really not great. So I'm gonna give it like a 4, no, maybe a 3 point something, 3.5, maybe a 3.6, I don't know. Okay, basic plays. We go over that. Okay, here we see Overrun. So I have seen this card like last week or something. Creatures you control get +3/+3 and gain trample until end of turn. So it's just like a card that used to be good to end the game. Although I don't think it has a lot of editions, reprints. I don't think that Overrun is pretty good, and yeah, I don't think that Overrun is pretty good today. The trample is okay, +3/+3 is okay, like 1/1 becomes a 4/4 for that turn, but you really want a good bunch of creatures to end the game. It can be not that great, and it's hard to make it work. So yeah, you're going to want it in specific decks. It's a bad card. I'm gonna give it a 3.5. 3.1 maybe? The two... okay, 3.1 might be even too much. Really, it might be too much. Isla. Okay, Commander Sofia da Guerre. Fallout. Okay. 4 mana 1/3 flash with crash landing. When it enters, you destroy one target legendary permanent. That controller creates a junk token. It's an artifact with sack this, exile the top card of your library. You may play that card this turn. Okay, the junk token is good. You get basically a card draw when you want. Only as a sorcery though, so only on your turn. This is good. I mean the junk token. The creature, it needs to be a legendary permanent, so that's a little bit worse. And then given this junk token is not good. And then 4 mana 1/3. Even with flash, I don't feel like I really dig this. I think it's just giving your opponent too much and not putting anything on the board for 4 mana. Like, you understand what I mean. So yeah, I don't like this card. I think it's like bad, like a 2.4 bad in my opinion. And then we have Nexus, Human Tyrannid Advisor from Warhammer 4K 40k. 2 mana 2/2 that has a Strategic Coordinator. Basic lands you control have tap, add 2 colorless, spend this mana only on costs that contain X. Okay, so it's this is an interesting card. Like, it enters, your basic lands have also this ability, so it has to be basic lands, generally on a mono green that you're not gonna be running a lot of non-basics. You do that and then you cast something that costs X or double X, and it makes those card pretty good. It has its own niche. It's hard to say. I might give it like a it has its own place, but in its place it's like a 7, no less. Yeah, it's 6. I was thinking. So in its place it's around a 6.2. I don't know. It's a lot of mana being generated for a 2 mana guy, and it's very specific, but generally you're gonna have a lot of the things that you want to be doing with those. Okay, here we have Anafenza, Kin Tree Spirit. So 2 white mana for a Spirit Soldier 2/2 legendary creature. Whenever another non-token creature enters, you bolster 1. You choose a creature with the least toughness among creatures you control, and you put a +1/+1 counter on it. Another non-token creature enters, you bolster 1. Okay. It's bad that this is not done when she enters. Like, she enters, you bolster 1, 2 mana 3/3 at least, and then you keep doing it. You're gonna want these in +1/+1 counters decks, but even so, it might not be really what you want. It has to enter earlier, like drawing these when you have already emptied your hand is not great. You want it to be one of your first things that you draw, or that you play, I'm sorry. And doesn't work with tokens, of course. It makes sense. Well, there's a... okay, it's a serialized card. And those are the... It's from Dragons of Turkey. I don't know, it's not that bad. It might go around 5.7 in my opinion. I think that's what I'm gonna give it. Okay. And then we're gonna random it again. And here is Hibernation's Sliver. 2 mana, 2/2, a blue and a black. For each sliver gains pay to life to return this creature to its owner's hand. Okay, so it's kind of a protection that it gives to your slivers that is not generally the way you want to be protecting them. I don't know, I don't think I love this sliver really. I don't know if it sees plays in sliver decks because I have seen very few sliver decks, but in my opinion it doesn't seem great even if it gives it for every sliver. So I'm gonna say that is a bad card at around 2.3. Okay, these are our cards. I'm gonna get some water so that I can keep going, and then we're gonna just choose which one I want to try and build a deck around it. So I will be back in a second. Okay. So I'm back and we're choosing now what cards that we might build around. What card I mean. I'm gonna look and I'm gonna try and build a deck around one of these cards. Let's see what could be the card. I don't even remember. Okay, I remember what it is right now. Don't think so. No, not lightning bolt. I mean, you don't build around this card, right? I'm gonna I don't know, get something to know like which ones were like. This was the one that could discard. I kind of liked it. What else? Swindler Scheme. I don't know. I don't think so. Let's not. Okay. Cardazade, Progenitus. Could be. It could be. Dusklear Worm. Oriok. Salvagers. I don't remember. Psionic Riddle. No. Maybe Joda, but the thing is, I don't want to just get the same deck that has already been out there. So I want to make something new, and I don't think that Joda we would be going not new. I mean, probably we won't get something new with a lot of cards, but kind of try to make my own deck. Not my own deck as well. It's like my adaptation of a deck, or like give my take on that kind of deck. And I don't think that my take on a Joda deck will be too different than the decks that we already know of Joda. So yeah, I don't know. I don't think that this is something, but still, it's in our list for now. First Machete, Undying Rage, no. Pegasus Refuge, Cephalid Coliseum, I don't remember which one is this, but I could go and check it out. I'm gonna check it out. Geralf's Mind Crusher, Overrun, Nexus. This is Anaphenza and Hibernation. Okay, I had to pause there, but oh yeah. Okay, I'm gonna go back and just check up until this card. No, this card, Cephalid Coliseum, because I don't remember. An offense. We could try Nexus, yeah. Oh yeah, I'm not gonna do this one, am I? No, just mill 5 is pretty bad. Like for that rate. And then this is Cephalid Coliseum. Oh, okay. Oh, okay, it's not a card that, as I said, it's probably not a card we're gonna build around that. So yeah, I think that Nexus and Anafenza, those were the ones. So we have some cards to choose which I would like to try and build something around. Piracy Charm, Forest Dispersal. Now I'm thinking that the Forest Dispersal is not, I think that maybe I was thinking on, oh no, this is, okay, I remember, wait, no, this is not what I want. So we have 5 cards: Joda, Progenitus, Piracy Charm, or Nexus, or Anafenza. Our take of decks with those cards. This is I would probably end up on a Selesnya +1/+1 counters with Anafenza, and I don't think that she's on Arena. Okay, so this is the moment where I just might have to open up Arena. Let me get to it. Because I mean, if one of those cards is on Arena and I didn't know, okay, I gotta update Arena, so just a second. But if any of those cards is on Arena that I don't know, because I know that Progenitus is, then, or Joda, then that could also give a little bit more idea to them. But it's mostly about what we can do. So let's see. Some are not even great cards as Piracy Charm, but I'm still like, hey, like, I don't know a lot about planar chaos, so maybe I could even find other cards in other colors and they're okay. Okay, it's getting my Arena audio as well already. Okay, let me change the view to this one. But Arena is not appearing in here, right? Arena, where are you? Come on. Anyway, I'm gonna take the sound of Arena lower. But I'm not being able to... Okay, now it opened up in here. I don't know. Okay, about these quests, blue or red, I don't know. Let's just move it. And yeah, we're going to... What is this? That. So let's see. Open a deck. Any format that has everything, I don't know. Not necessarily everything, but just the idea. Cards that we have or don't have. Anafenza, was that the name? Let me see. So Anafenza, yeah, that's the name. Herald of Anafenza. Okay, I do have one card. Which set is this that it is on Arena? I do have even this. Do I have this? I have, but only one. Is that it? I didn't know about that. When did I get this? But anyway, I kind of want to understand from which set this one is. Like, can I know if it's like from an anthology or something like that? Seems like it's not from one of these. Any historic anthology? Also not, but it seems. Could it be a reprint? But we do have the symbol of that collection. Could it be Pioneer Masters? No. Because the thing is, she has this symbol, which, let me go back. Multiverse Legends, like what is this set? Let's go back to Arena. Anyway, I just have it. So, and it is on Arena. We would have to get some, but it is in there. What else do we want to know? If we have so this is on Arena. Nexus and Piracy Charm. I don't think that any of the other ones are, because this is from a set that we're not filtering any set, right? Okay, yeah. So Nexus is not here, and the other one was... Okay, I gotta go back in there. Okay, I forgot to go back to Arena in this. Okay, I'm sorry. But the other one we gotta check is Piracy Charm, which is probably also not an Arena. Piracy. Okay. Conspiracy. Or Coastal Piracy. So we don't have Piracy Charm on Arena. Anyway, it doesn't mean that that might not be the card. So I'm back in here. Which card I do want to try and include in a deck or make a deck around it. Piracy Charm. Genitus, Joda. Okay, I'm not Joda, I think. Joda wouldn't be something very original. Nexus could be an interesting take. We would just build the deck. An offense that might not be as original as well. Progenitors could try my take on it. Piracy Charm is one interesting. I really thought it was interesting. I think that I'm not gonna try Nexus. So it's between these three. I'm thinking of between Progenitus, and then we go for deck in Arena or Piracy Charm. Let's try our Progenitus deck, right? Yeah, I'm not even gonna change the color of that. Maybe one day I will look back at Piracy Charm and make a deck. I don't know. Let's see. So I'm gonna try and make a deck with Progenitus. Maybe we don't need even 4 of these. Maybe we just need like 2. But anyway, a Progenitus deck. What would he like in this kind of deck? I thought about one card. I don't remember. I don't even remember how to mess with these things in an arena. These adds only those 5. Colorless. You may spend the mana as though it were mana of any color. So we can spend these with that. And then Progenitus is not gonna be on our graveyard, right? Should be put into a graveyard from anywhere. But yeah. What if we try and get to Chromatic Orrery? Because then we need the Orrery and 5 mana. And we try to spend less mana on Orrery by things that say something like artifact cost less. And then I'm thinking about... Where's the card I'm thinking about? Not in here, let me think. I know it's a 5 mana artifact that I'm thinking about, and... Do I know the set? No, I don't know the set. Maybe it's M20? No, I don't think so. Is it? No, I don't think so. I know it's either a rare or a mythic. I don't remember the name. And it's not a creature. Although I don't think it's... Okay, there it is. Forsaken Monument. Colorless creatures get more, which really not gonna help Progenitus. Whenever you tap, add an additional. Whenever you cast, you gain 2 life. Oh, okay, so these wouldn't make things cost less. It would just make it so that you would make your land step for double mana to cast colorless spell. So it's not... I need to remember what the things do. Let's look for things that make our things cost less, not necessarily on rare and mythic. Let's see. These cost less, these cost less. Cost 1 less to cast is also pretty bad, because yeah. Okay, so I don't think that we can go for that idea, but we can try and get these on the battlefield. So we need ways to cheat artifacts into play. Return artifact. Probably if we're returning artifact, we don't want to be returning these, but who knows. Now we don't want just colorless things. Return an artifact. Okay, I don't know if this way that I'm going is the way that is the best way that we should be approaching this, but let's just keep searching a little bit more and see what we have. Creature card. Turn a creature. Decoction module. For Nexus, this is one that this is the kind of creatures that I would be thinking. But anyway, we're not thinking about that right now. What are the cards that generate Wooburg? What I'm actually going to look for. Where am I? Okay. What I'm actually looking for is like cards that generate Wooburg. Oh my god. I don't want the cards with the Wooburg mana cost, but these ones. Bloom Tender, Cascading Cataracts. So that would be going into like the old Golos plan, which I don't think is very good right nowadays in any format that has an arena, but we just want to make it viable, and maybe we can Cataracts. The thing about Cataracts, okay, now we want lands, is that we have to pay 6 mana to add these 5. Not generally what we want, but that's an idea, so I will leave the Golos idea in here to generate that mana, that kind of mana. Cody. Okay, so Cody can't cast permanent spells, okay. Composite Golem was a 6 mana card. Crystal Quarry. It's a little bit worse than the Cataracts. Faeburrow Elder. So the good thing about this is that it becomes a 5/5 with Vigilance. Control, add 1 mana of that color. If you already have the card on the battlefield. We have Giganta. That can't be a companion in our deck, and then for 5 mana, we would want it to have haste to make it okay. Maybe it's not bad if this could have haste to be inside our deck, but even though, I don't know. I don't think that this is... don't think that this is in our... in arena. Exile the top 10. Okay, I didn't remember this card. Exile the top 10. You make a spells with exactly 3 colors from among them this turn. And you add those from exactly 3 colors. So okay, you can't cast Progenitus with this. Only with 3 colors. Opening Ceremony, Rainbow Dash, Ramos. This Lotus. Okay, so I don't think that I mean, there's these. There are Lotus fields are not great unless we can rig the mana. But there is an idea where Lotus field could be something. And Timeless Lotus. It understepped. So one thing that we're thinking when you look at those is like untapping artifacts or untapping lands could be good in this kind of deck. Probably Progenitus is gonna be one of the worst cards that we cast with the mana that we might have in this kind of deck, but still, that's what we want to do. And maybe it is pretty possible that I want to give it double strike or something like that, because I mean, we want that to be destroying. This is only when it enters, so it's not great. It's like you net 3 mana from those big ones. Something that can just tap and untap that. Tap. What else do we have? Okay. This is tap. I want to untap and choose up to an artifact, creature and land, untap. So yeah, this is an untap idea. Untap idea. What else? What else can untap? Can help us untap? Tap and untapped. I went to untap a tapped one. I think there is a 4 mana artifact that untaps, isn't there? Like non-land permanents, so yeah, Paradox Engine kind of enters in that game plan. When I second, unless you tap and untapped, tap and untapped. Okay. Untap stuff. Tap, tap. And attacks, but crew 2, kind of too much. Not what we want. Wow, I didn't know that this card was in Arena. I mean, I don't know a lot of stuff that is in Arena right now. I have lost everything of these collections. I mean, I don't count Alchemy, but still. Cons of Tarkir is in here. Okay. So yeah, all of those sets. Shadows of War, Innistrad Master. Okay, it's not in exactly in the order, right? It's like, but all of those I didn't get, so I don't know a lot of things that are in here or not. Okay. Okay. Where were we? Around here. Let's keep going. Okay, this one. We pay 1, we can make a creature can't be blocked, it's not good. And tap another artifact. Yeah, paying this 7 mana is easier than paying this 10. Lost Trident. Okay. About Lotus Field, we would want maybe Stifle with it, maybe counter trigger ability or colorless spell. That is interesting. It's not great if someone gets it from us. Choose one artifact or enchantment, or an activated or triggered ability. This is good, isn't it? Like, it gives us a lot of flexibility instead of just giving us Stifle. Counter triggered ability. Counter triggered ability. For 1 more mana, we have the options. I like that in this deck. It's like this. You have the same options, but instead of artifact or enchantment, you have the legendary spell option. And then it starts to get a little bit too much. Creating a token that's a copy of a creature is pretty good, but I don't know, I think it's already too much mana in that. It enters, counter, activated or triggered. An ability of an artifact, creature or planeswalker that permanently loses all ability. This is good, right? What is this? Okay, anyway, so that is interesting as well in this game plan. For mana 3/2 that you counter the ability. Of course, that is just too much actually. Then we have these, which the versatility of this one is creating a token that is a copy of Progenitus. And yeah, okay, what else can we do now? What else can we think? I think that people might be a little bit over this kind of interaction, but I really like it This I think is a little bit slow, too slow, so who knows. And what else? What else do we want to try? To cheat progenitors, of course, there's reanimation, but I don't know if... oh, there is not reanimation for progenitors. Oh, I was trying to think about... there is an artifact that costs 4 that I do think that it could be in this kind of game plan, but I don't remember its name, and it's not about energy. It's a little... I think we have an Eldraine card, or not Eldraine, I don't remember. Copy, except it isn't legendary. It gains haste. If you have Paradox Engine and one of these, then when you cast Progenitors, you can create a copy and give it haste. I don't know. I'm gonna put that idea in there. What else? What else? This is alchemy, right? Does Timeless use alchemy? I don't remember that much. This copy isn't very good in this. This one is what I was thinking of. You may cast artifact spells. Okay, doesn't do anything around what we want, so yeah. I really need to remember things a lot better. Okay, so what game plan do we want to try and go for it? We did have that Tamio. No, we didn't do what I thought, right? It's with an I and then a Y. Come on? No? Oh. But it is. Not an artifact. Not this one that I want. Where is the other Tamio? Completed one. Why can't I see it in here? Oh, the mana cost. I gotta remember how to work these things. From your graveyard. So if we can, I don't know, loot to do things with our deck and then get these to go for a minus, it enters with 2 fewer loyalty counters, so -3 isn't great. Yeah, isn't great. And it just goes for a +1, so it's gonna be pretty crazy to understand how to do this kind of deck. I don't think I want to go for the artifact plan. Like just getting to a Timeless Lotus or a Chromatic Orrery and then having to wait a turn or something, I don't know. Like, I don't think that's the way we want to go. I don't think that Golos is out. I think I'm gonna go for this game plan. Home of the Host could be in here, but not these, and then not these. Okay, let's go back to the to that kind of thing. I'm gonna leave Lotus Field in here. Okay, I'm gonna open up. Tell me. Oh fuck! I wasn't showing MTG. Oh my god, that's a hell of a problem, huh? Because the idea is that I was showing these things and doing these in arena. I guess I'm just gonna leave it, and I'm sorry. I'm really sorry for watching these. But anyway, I hope I'm just gonna keep a timestamp to this point and say, hey, at this point, I forget that I was not on arena, and okay, I'm not using 2 screens, and that's why that happened. But yeah, that's okay. So we decided where we're heading, and now I'm gonna go back to the internet and try to find a Stifle Lotus Field kind of deck. So Lotus Field combo decks. What else do we have? I know that Blood Moon, right, is also another one. It's Blood Moon? No, or it's Blood something. 3 mana enchantment. I do have Blood Sun. Non-basic are mountains. When it enters, draw a card. All lands lose all ability except mana abilities. So 3 mana of any one color yet. We do need the filtering. Now I'm thinking with these. So yeah, we get these, but then we're not filtering. I don't know. Do you filter? Lantern. Spend mana as though that is the kind of text that I need. As though it were. As though were. This is probably what is the text that we're going to be seeing on any kind of card. Spend though as though it were mana of any color. Okay, so yeah, we're in the right direction. We just need the right cards now. Draft a card. I don't want those kind of things. If a no token would die, exile. Refuse their hand. Okay. Rubber of the Reach. What I want is kind of this. Look at the top 3, review a creature. Rest on the bottom. You may spend mana as though it were mana of any color to cast Planeswalker spells. Oh my god, not what I want. At the end of turn. Original human. So we're gonna be cheating it probably, right? It's just about how do we cheat it? What is the best things to cheat cards? To cheat the mana, maybe, or the mana filtering. I don't know. I thought we would have more cards with this kind of text, but we don't have. What do we do then? I'm gonna look again online. I'm trying not to make any mistakes right now. Where is the place I was looking at? Is this the one? Yeah, this is the one. So what I want is like MTG filtering cards. But it's not like card filtering. It's mana filtering. Not necessarily colorless, but this could give us a hint. I really want better filtering than that. 1 mana of any color. Okay, let's try and find that text. Okay, I am going back to Arena. Let me check. Did it go back? I don't see Arena in my where I'm recording. I don't want a mana of any color. Okay, now I'm seeing Arena. Okay. Add mana of any color, any one color. Let's see, probably on green we're gonna tap. What we want is something where we pay one colored mana and get mana of any color without tapping that creature, you know? No. Creatures? I want something a little bit different. I don't want creatures that tap themselves to add that mana of any color. I want something that would filter, where like I pay a green and then I can get a white or something like that. How about these? Beginning verification, review cards until review a creature or planeswalker. Put that card on the battlefield and the rest on the bottom of your library. It also gives vigilance to Progenitus. That's an idea. Like this is bad. Shrines. Enchant lands. Basic land cards, put them on the battlefield shuffle. This has been harder than I thought. This could be a card. And then this is too much mana. Too much. Those were too much, but now it's kind of hard. This is a treasure by itself. I could like look for decks with those kind of cards. I could just look at some Progenitus decks or things like that. And then adapt what I want. EDH, I don't really want it EDH ones. What we do? Okay, so how will I do this? Oh, why did I think like that when trying to do something? That's challenging. That's what I wanted. The word 3. The word 3 MTG deck. I think that maybe LVD posted a video with the word 3 working, but we know that it's probably not 100% consistent. First mana fixing for 5 color decks. It does have I don't want to use the word tree, I just want the deck. Can I look into some videos? Okay, let's just get some kind of idea wish list. This was standard. So yeah, I didn't have not a lot of. The idea of the word trees in here is just for the fixing, not for the comboing of using that ability. I don't know. Maybe not. I just trying to. Okay, Pioneer. Come on. I might not be. Okay, I am recording this. Okay, let me see. We do have some other gods in here and all. This is Pioneer, not Explorer, so we might not have everything. Scape Shift, I think we have. Spelunking, Scape Shift, I don't know, those are some ideas. I'm gonna go back to Arena. Spelunking. Okay. When it enters, draw a card, then you may put a land from your hand onto the battlefield. If it was a cave, lands enter untapped. Blood Sun does make our lands enter untapped. Does make these enter untapped because it loses the enter tapped and sack 2 ability. These cycles itself as well. But then it makes us put the land on the battlefield, and then if you put this and then you have any of your counter activated abilities, then you can counter this ability. Yeah, you might even have 2 mana left when you do that. think that Spelunking is actually better than Blood Sun. Blood Sun might punish our opponents a little bit more, but I don't know. Or we could just have, how do you say it? More of the same consistency. Enters untapped. And then we need to filter yet. Escape shift. It could help. The good thing is that if we have 6 lands and 2 of them are fields, then we add 6, 7, 8, 9, 10 mana, spend 4, destroy these, get 6 mana again, but that are going to come and then we have add 3 and add 3. Okay, so we generated 3, 6, and then 7, 8, 9, 10. Let's say you generate 10, we spend 4, we have 6. We get 6 other lands, which 2 are fields, lotus fields, so yeah, I don't know, but I think we can cast Progenitus with that idea. I only have Vesica. I was thinking about Prismatic Bridge. And I kind of like, it says creature or planeswalker, so maybe I would cut these and only have Progenitus as a creature, and maybe just 2 Vesicas. If it finds the other one, that's fine. And then these, okay, one of these maybe. What else we could do? I think that these we want 4, and then these we could want like 3. Maybe, yeah, this is good because then I don't have to craft a lot. These are 4 rares, 3. I think that maybe, oh, that would be okay. We can go for 2 Helm of the Host. Is it good to go for any kind of cave? How do I? Okay, this is cave. We don't have any caves that can generate more than 1 mana, right? This is not great. This is not a cave, just the name. This is a cave. Doesn't matter if any color. Okay, the thing is really like, how are we going to make mana without creatures to ramp as well? We're gonna have mostly a base of green, right? I do think that there is an artifact or enchantments, the one that we saw. There are some things that create treasures and all. Always okay. But let's see, what I'm thinking is land or non-land. Hey, abundant harvest could be okay. The good thing about spelunking is if I only go for spelunking, I could go for mostly Simic and then have kind of a controlling spot that wants to get these few pieces, have these to work, and then the rest is control-ish stuff to make the rest work. I don't know, maybe it works. I'm thinking. What was I looking at? Okay, I do need a little bit of generating a little bit of ramp without. So I was thinking about this suitcase that I just saw. What was the name of it? What was the name of it? Maybe it's called suitcase. Case. Okay, courier's briefcase. Create a 1/1. Oh, it's just a creature. The suitcase itself is a tap to add. Untap permanent is also something we might want to understand. The creature, it's on blue that we have the creature that does it, right? What is Cipher? Okay, that's a nice kind of card. Isn't like maybe it's because it's a creature that I'm thinking about. I'm thinking about, where is that creature? This one cycles for 2 and then you untap. I don't know. And then the tap ability is good to untap a permanent, but I think that maybe this is better. What else can we do? I think we could go for Orrery, even so. How do you write Orrery if not like that? Okay, so with 1R. The mana base, of course, that we gotta really work on it. And what else? Well, that's mostly it. I did think about like some green, I don't know, treasure cards. that could help, or things that can make us do this quicker, something like that. Or how are we going? Okay, first things first, where can this deck work? Is it only on Timeless? Can we make it work? Because Timeless, huge power level. Historic allows out alchemy, right? Can it work in Explorer? Does it have cards that are banned? It has only Stifle, so we're gonna cut Stifle and make these Explorer. I'm not gonna go necessarily. This is gonna be Progenitus. And generally I like to leave like the name of the format in here. I do need an artwork in here. Okay, so what do we need? We need maybe more ramping, more treasure creation and things like that. Let's see what we can have. We're mostly gonna be blue-green, right? This can be only green for the counter. But yeah, I think it's mostly blue-green. Although the blue was... I mean, I do think that the Fabricate is going to be a good one. So yeah, I think it is going to enter. Okay. We could go like Strike It Reach, right? It is our Strike It Reach isn't an Explorer. It is not an Explorer, is that it? I think that must be it, right? If it's not, let's see, Timeless. Okay, it's not an Explorer. So go back, where were we? It's in here. I'm still losing myself a lot in Arena, but that's fine. We're gonna be getting back to everything soon enough. Nothing in there. Things that give trample to creatures or double the power are gonna be kind of pretty good with this. But mostly we don't want creatures, right? Because we want the Zika enchantment to do its thing. I removed creature. Oh, you're an artifact. Okay. So what do we have? Fable is okay as well. Like finding our things. We would be mostly Timur, but we really need to find Progenitus to find our things and all. And then create a desert to copy another non-legendary creature. So the reflection is not great. So this is a card to think about. I don't know if it's going to enter. Else. Sometimes discarding something is fine. Like Seize the Spoils. Big score. as an instant. Big score is a good instant to kind of have and help us. Else I think it's just too much. Let's see, 1 mana. Treasure. I think we might have to have some board wipes. And with Hazika, I do like the red board wipes that we can have. It's not bad, but it's expensive as hell. How about you? Create a treasure, deal damage. Might destroy artifacts, but I don't know. This is 2 mana for a treasure that generates a body. I don't know, really. We're just gonna have to find one kind of deck, and then we go from that. How about Bank Buster? I don't know. We do need more things to do. Bolt is not in these. Lightning Bolt is not in this format, right? Also, those indomitable creativity. Destroy artifacts. This is better if we can just combo off pretty fast, which we can't. So I don't think so. We need things that do double strike. We need those Brotherhood Ends kind of cards as well. 3 mana. We have Anger of the Gods. Skewer the Critics. I didn't know I had this art. I really liked it. Okay. This is what? This is from the that set, the Bang Bang set. What is the name of that set? Oh my god, I know nothing about the game anymore. I'm losing myself all the time. Outlaws. This is the thing that came with Outlaws of Thunder Junction, right? What do I want in here? Where is that 3 mana? So we have Sweltering Suns, which is good as well. Don't we have like Brotherhood's End? I'm gonna go for 2 of these and choose Sweltering Suns, and because the cycling is pretty good. I don't know if artifacts are a thing in Explorer right now. What else? I think a little bit of Counterspell. What are we looking at? Just any kind of good counters are fine. And maybe we could think about like the actual counter spell. 2 mana counter. Is that an option? Make this appear, not something. Test of talents, pretty good. Where is it? Tail's End could be something as well. So I don't think that there is counter spell, right? Okay, there isn't in this format. What else? Double Strike. We do have creature, land, artifact, sorcery, instant, enchantment. We do not have, though, a lot of creatures. I don't know, it seems... Double Strike. I wanted something that gave it Double Strike and Trample. Yeah, just that. But it could be just Double Strike with a little bit of cycling. We don't have a lot of 2 mana things, right? So what are the best removal that we have? Do we have that card that gives trample to everybody? No. Okay, I just need removal now, which would be mostly an easy removal. We have these, I do. So I don't know, I just need some instant red spells. Probably we're gonna find what we want. What we want, something. Just 2. This is not bad, right? We can discard Progenitus and it gets shuffled back. Although I don't think that that's the best way. Maybe we get some play with fires. Is this... Okay, maybe we do it like that. Spelunking, 1 mythic in there, another mythic and another mythic, and then we do the... How many lands do we have right now? 24. I believe we're gonna want like 25. I don't know, something like that. I don't know about this card, really. And maybe we could cut down one of these. 7 is good enough. Maybe another card we could cut, which would be... I'll cut one big score and get a land. Okay, now I need to work on the mana base, so that's mostly... is it? Timur. Yeah, Timur mostly. I do want, I think, the Triumph. One Triumph. What else do we have? Do we have... we don't have fetch lands in this format, right? No, we don't have, or it's banned. Okay. Let me see. Three or less. So we want one of that, and then we want all steam vents, all breeding pools. So yeah, we have a lot of blue. What else do we want? Do we want stomping ground in there? I think that maybe 2 is fine. Mostly we want the EZ one. What else do we want in terms of lands? Any utility lands? Maybe Boseiju? I don't know. It's not only lands that are appearing to us. Okay, now it's better. I Ganjo. What happens if I survey 1, put Progenitus, shuffle it, and then I just draw whatever I find? Just to understand what would happen. But mostly I don't know if what would we go for. Like, I think we just go for the for other kind of lands, surveil lands? No, right? Let me check. So first I'm gonna get, like here for example, the EZ lands. Stopped unless a player has 13 or less life. Peculiar. That's not gonna happen a lot in our decks. Two or fewer. Enter stepped unless you control 2 or fewer. We do have Surveil in here. I think I am gonna get like one of these. Everything that has blue is more valuable in here. So now we go for the blue-green lens. Just see if we have that as well. Because then after we do the other thing, then it's fine. Which makes me think that I might even want more stomping ground. Right now we have 2, 3, 4. We have 2, 3, 4, 5, 6 basic lands. And I kind of want to deplete that. This one surveils one. Scry, Yavimaya. Yeah, maybe I could go for another Triumph, but I think that's fine. Yeah, I don't. Yeah, thinking now, Prismatic Bridge is a little bit hard to just go off like when you have 10 and with escape shift. Okay, we just need to end this and then we try and we fix things later. But let's just get into one version of it and then we go and we try and make it better. So yeah, this was the one I was looking for. I'm gonna go for one of these, yeah, maybe another Triumph, why not, just 2 Triumphs, 1, 2, 3, and 1 word 3. What did we lose? We have 1 plains, 1 swamp. And a forest. Okay, just having some basics just in case. Even maybe Otawara. I could. Okay, so this is Progenitus. Let's see if I wanted to craft. Right now it's 6 mythic and 3 rare. I just can't be spending mythics all the way like that, but hey, I gotta make this deck and it's not like I'm spending a mythic where I can't or where I couldn't. So we have 25 lands with this one, which is what we were aiming for, so yeah, that's pretty good. So this is the deck list, the first one at least. Yeah, we're gonna do this. And we have a Progenitus deck. Oh my god, I don't think it works completely right now, but that's why we're here. We're gonna make it work. So let's just try it and embarrass ourselves a little bit. I don't really know how viable it is right now, but that's the idea. You just check and you say, okay, we need more things to hold the game at the beginning, some things like that, you know, and we understand whatever works or doesn't. One mulligan. I think I'm gonna just play Steam Van Stapped. Represent no real threat. Oh my god. Yeah, not really what I was thinking. Okay, those caves. If we destroy it right now, we lose the card, right? I think so. So it needs to get play with fire. I don't know. One thing about the Deep Cavern bet is that there was a challenge where you needed to start with only Deep Cavern bats in your deck and then get cards until you could do something. We can already do this, right? Okay, I'm gonna go full control, of course, just to be sure. Counter. Done. Yes. Wait, okay. Wait a minute. Undo. Cancel for a while. One green and one blue. Okay. Okay. I'm sorry. Okay. That really doesn't help us a lot with Ezeka's enchantment. But we are gonna be able to generate another color soon enough. At the beginning of end step, scry 1, okay. This costs 4. I'm just gonna put this into the battlefield. I don't know what's with our opponents, but maybe they are doing the challenge that I was talking about. This is the symbol for the descent. Yeah, sure. I can Aurora one of them. I can Aurora these and then destroy them. Although I don't know. Okay, create for each mana from a cave. Really, Ezeka? From everything that we could have found. From everything we could find. That's what when do you get more of that? Whenever a cave, put a counter on target creature. If I get back these. Okay, unfortunately I need to get these and destroy their creatures. exile until it leaves the battlefield. Opponent might have a removal for us. I think that's fine. We're gonna have a Progenitus entering play. I just need it hitting a few times because my opponent now has 23 life. Yeah, I don't need the thing. Lose all abilities, but there are still caves, right? So except mana abilities. Ooh. If I have one more mana, do I have the possibility of going for Progenitus? I don't think so. Oh fuck. Okay. And then another one. I'm gonna keep this. Spelunky. I think we attack first. Is an instant. Oh, okay. I should have. Opponent didn't block. I should have. Okay. Add white, add black. So yeah, Blood Sun's kind of good in here. I think. I don't know. I didn't really read their creatures. Now we're gonna wish we had Trample. Now we really wish we had Trample. I think that's something that I don't have a lot of other ways of spending our mana. Keep our Progenitus. Just try all artifacts. Ooh, did we get a win? Damn, it has protection. Oh my god. We don't get a win, so really we don't get a win. I really can't give it double strike because it has protection. I forgot about that. Protection is different than the other ability that I forgot the name. it's really not viable. I think it's just that we went against another crazy deck that wanted to make something work as well. So it was just probably two crazy people. Oh, am I recording? Yeah, I'm recording Arena. Okay, and then we're gonna go just for one more, try to see. We're gonna end up with something like, yes, it kind of works, or it kind of doesn't work in this way or that way. And yeah, that's it. I'm just gonna change the card that got lost in our hand. Just 1 second, where it was. This one. I don't know, we could get more removal. I think it could be it. Gotta think. Like, maybe we could have Progenitus, and I think that maybe Progenitus with Indomitable Creativity could work better, maybe, than other stuff, than what we are doing right now. Like, we combo, get something that gives it haste and trample. Maybe Progenitus and the boar, the 9 mana, I forgot the name, but it's a creature that gives +2/+2, haste and trample to everyone. It might not work as well, but hey, it's fine. Here we can't keep this hand. It's not good, really. It's really not great. But we can keep this. Let me just check. I'm moving a little bit the camera. I don't have anything. My opponent did a mulligan as well. Are we not gonna draw the... I can't do these, so we're gonna maybe just cycle these. Seems like blue-white control. I'm just gonna cycle these now. They can -2 if they want. Planeswalker. If I had a double red right now, which I don't. Come on. Not what we want. So let's do these. They might have the removal. I'm not gonna be playing a lot of time against Azorius Control if they get control of the game, because I just don't have what it takes to beat it. We're just gonna board wipe in here. Okay. I think, what do we want to keep? This or this? Artifact or enchantment, create a token. So I think I'm gonna repudiate. I'm gonna win. Yes. And there we go. 3, 4, 5, 6, 7. I wish I had better things to do with all of this mana. Oh, Cody? Yeah, it is Cody, isn't it? They do have the counter spell, huh? I'm just gonna pretend or make them use that. They're probably just gonna counter this. In which... okay, at least they don't have 6. But they... right now it wouldn't be the best. is fine.
I'm not overconfident. You're just friends. May your blade strike true.
I'm known for my expert irony.
Okay, we just gotta...
Guards, to me.
There's nothing we can do in here. Let's play with fire. No, we can just deal 3 to each creature and Planeswalker. That was nice with brothers, with Brotherhood Zen. That was nice. Try one, if you let me. Don't think. Although that would be which color among permanents control. Are you kidding me? You just counter this? Nope. Now I have draws. Fabricate. Another Emperor, am I right? No? I'll start drawing one for a lot of mana. Yeah. I'll draw more. Going for my Bloodsun. Impose, trigger something. Could be a 5-mana enchantment. Opponent's digging much more than we are. That is for sure. Maybe they have the win with Jace. I surely shouldn't be playing this one, but that's fine. Let's do this. Draw a card. Spelunking. Draw another card. Land. Yeah. Put a Triumph. Put you. No, come on. I'll draw 2. For generous. Wow, this one I don't understand. Oh, the token of that is a copy is not great, right? No, why did you tap? Fuck. Why did you fucking tap? Okay. Now you have the lotus field. Why didn't he go for that when we had the blood sun?
Think fast.
I'll let that happen for now. Yes, I'll pay you. He's gonna go for the Emperor, I'm thinking. Are you kidding me? Exile? I'm gonna draw 5. Oh, where is my counter spell really? I'll take action and get my planes. Bad thing about this, I don't get you. If you find a Zika, it's just a Zika. The creature. Counter. Okay, you can do that. We have 23 mana. We have 23 mana. We can create just that I control. Okay, let's see. Opponent must have the closing. No?
I know what to
do. Like, we really don't have counter spells, and that is what could really get us this game. I don't. I didn't wish to tap Chromatic Orrery. I think that my opponent is going to. He's going to. No? Why are you letting everything resolve? I don't get it. Something is going to be countered. Okay. That is going to be countered. Three mana. No counters. Oh, I can't do this. Could I have countered that? I could have countered that. Okay, that wasn't very smart, maybe. 16. It goes back to our library.
I know who I am.
Top. Doubling season. We're getting something here.
The focus and discipline.
It enters with 10 because of the counters.
Keep an open mind.
They have 5 mana. Get something to destroy enchantments. Okay, what was a number? Which player has more than one? Five damage to any target. I didn't cast that. Maybe I could find a land that gives me haste. This is still 5. Why one? Why did I draw only one?
I know what.
Oh, because of Narset. I really forget. That is something I used to forget a lot. Yeah, resolve. This is a really, oh my god, this will never end kind of match.
Just the trick for this.
Maybe I could have fabricated that one. This is going to use that. Just use it. Fable. Okay, we're gonna go Fable this turn. Gonna get some lands out of our top deck. Okay, that's it. Oh, this is really miserable. How are you going to win opponent? Just do it.
Think fast.
The thoughtfulness before action.
Another doubling season. Yeah, you must have been a lot of fun. That's all they can cast. I will draw one. Opponent can't cast more than that, right?
You cannot see the thought.
Okay, we discard one of you and I think Scape Shift. I forgot about that, always forgetting. Ah, come on, I'm tired of this. I think I'm just gonna... I'm just going to... Okay, this is just nonsense. Opponent should have finished me a long time ago. I think that's it. I don't think I'm playing anymore with this deck today. We did a Progenitus deck. It isn't viable yet, and maybe it's not even the best approach. Maybe the best approach for such a creature. It's really hard to tell. We get this. But that's it, we got some of the quests, so that's great. And yeah, thank you. If you have watched up until now, let me thank you, and if you have any ideas, anything that you would have done differently, please let me know. And I'll see you. Thank you.